Hey everybody, it's Richard at Richard's Vinyl Tap House, and we're continuing the series on digging into the Vintage Vinyl Revisited sections of the Cube Stacks, and we're up to letter D, so this is the fourth episode of this. Wanted to get this done today because I just had my second shingles shot, and knowing what happened on round one, hopefully round two isn't as crazy. But I want to get this done today. So, digging into the D's. And there's some good ones, really good ones in this. So the first one is Thomas Dolby's The Flat Earth. This is not She Blinded Me with Science Volume 2 at all. This is fantastic. I think it was self-produced by Dolby. Yeah, this is not Blinded 2 at all. It's funky. It has jazz elements. It's a very ambitious and different, take. It's not your synth pop Dolby at all. But if you took, say, Peter Gabriel and Sade and Dolby and hit mix in a blender, this album would come out. And it's really, really impressive. Came out on Capital Rainbow, at least in the States. I'm not sure about Europe. Hyperactive with the single off of this. I don't think it did all that much. Yeah, I put Distance was another strong song off of this one. Came out in 1984. I can't remember how it charted or if it did really well at all. It's one of those sort of, not black sheep, but definitely a different Dolby for sure. I have a massive appreciation for Thomas Dolby, so it was fun to revisit that one for sure. Number two, let's go punk. Seriously, I bought this album when it came out in 1980-ish. This was an import version. But it's Dead Kennedys, Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables. Absolute punk classic. And I had seriously forgotten how good this is. I used to think it was just kind of a quirky, weird punk album with kind of Jello Biafra's vocals being very chipmunkish throughout it. But yeah, like I said, came out in 1980, prime hardcore punk. Kill the Poor is fantastic on this. Holiday in Cambodia is amazing. Yeah, classic, essential listening. This is a Spanish press that has the, I think, original picture. There's different versions with different pictures on the back of this. On the Spanish, I think it's Adixa label version, like distributor of Cherry Red. I didn't realize Cherry Red had been around so long, but they're still, up and running as a label. Great album. Highly recommended listening from Dead Kennedys. I have another Dead Kennedys that almost got pulled. I'm glad I pulled that one. This is kind of an interesting album. I'll just jump into it. It's David and David, Boomtown. And I remember seeing the video for Welcome to Boomtown or the single Ain't So Easy. And it's a very dark album, but beautifully produced. Every song on here is good and amazing. It was a one and done. They recorded this album and folded completely. Go figure. On A&M. I'm not sure if this got released outside of the United States, but lyrically deep, very dark, deals with some pretty dark life in LA type of situations, abusive relationships, and yeah. But it's amazing. It's a fantastic album. Highly recommended. I'll just say check it out. If you haven't heard of this, it is worthy of a listen or 12. But yeah, and I'll say pretty easy to find. I think I've seen it quite often around. Now, no D-Dig is complete without a John Denver or a Neil Diamond or something, and I'm glad I chose Neil Diamond's Moods. If there's any album by Neil Diamond I would like on a MoFi or at least a really well done reissue, it's this one. This is my favorite Neil Diamond album, full stop. Play Me is on here. Canta Libre is on here. Walk on Water, which is a fantastic song. The big song, of course, is Song Sung Blue. This is the tour that Hot August Night was part of. So a lot of those songs appeared on Hot August Night, especially the extended mix where it has a live version of Walk on Water that I think is worthy of checking out the extended version of Hot August Night. Fantastic album. This is my original from the 70s. This is my one of my parents' albums, and when we lived in Germany. So it's on the Uni label. I think it's a German press because I've seen other versions of this where it's on a gatefold, and this is not on a gatefold. Well worth a listen. This is probably, to me, one of Neil Diamond's best albums, full stop. What's number 5? How about a little hair metal? How about some Dokken? Rhymes with rockin'. Remember these guys? I do. Breaking the Chains, the only Dokken album I know. I think their follow-up had a couple of big hits on it. This is an interesting album. Came out in 1981 originally, then got redone with some added live tracks and whatnot when they went on the major labels. So this is on Elektra? I think it's on Elektra. The label freaks. Yep, it is on Elektra. And this is my original from back in the day, so I've had this since forever and have not played it since forever. This is a pretty hard-hitting album. It's really good. Breaking the Chains, way better than I remember. Live to Rock, Rock to Live, very much that, call and response type, stick to your guns, fight for what you want type anthem metal, if you will. Live to Rock, what's that one? Seven Thunders. Seven Thunders stood out to me. I didn't remember that one at all. The live version of Paris is Burning on here is a belter. Some of the best guitar work ever. And I'm trying to remember who was George Lynch. George Lynch on guitars. What an underrated guitarist by far. So there you have it. There they are looking all rocky like. Fantastic album. I'm glad I got to review these 5. This is one of the strongest of the 4 videos of stuff I'm hanging on to all these records because they're all really good. That is it for now. Coming up will be Volume 5 with E. And I have not even picked those yet, so I wanted to get this out before I feel terrible. Hopefully I don't feel terrible. I'll keep you posted on how that goes. More about a VC meet and greet that happened yesterday. You might see that on other channels before I get around to posting it. It may not come out to the end of the month. But anyway, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.